Good day to everyone. Earthy Wise Woman here. Ironically, I'm wearing makeup and earrings today. And it's an irony. And I didn't have my coffee. Hmm, who knew? Anyway, I hope everybody had a wonderful weekend. Today is January the 9th. And I have been thinking about this particular topic for I would say about the last 3 weeks, actually. I've been bouncing it around. Not done very much with it except research. And that's research that I am going to share with you all. And it's not really deep research, it's just pretty bare bones. Today I want to talk about diet and witchcraft and how they connect. But before I get started, please subscribe at the bottom. Please. I'm trying to grow my channel a little bit. And as you can hear, my voice is not, you know, top notch. But still, I'm coming to you. Now, all the platitudes put aside, let's get started, okay? Um, most people never put witchcraft or spell casting and diet together. They see it as two separate things because usually spell work is of a spiritual nature and what you eat is of a mundane nature. You never put them together. I mean, come on. You know, what's the big deal? It's just food. Okay, I want to start this with a story. Some years ago, when I was practicing in a coven, I was raised in a cone of power with my fellow coven mates. And prior to raising that cone of power, I had, God help us, a double Western bacon cheeseburger, French fries, and a Coke. And I ate that for breakfast. Okay. I have no excuse except I was young and dumb. That's all I got going. Anyway, when we were raising the cone, I did okay. But when we were bringing down the cone, I nearly threw up. And some people are like, well, why? Why did you almost drown? Because of what I ate. What I did was I ate some very, very grounding food. We're talking ground beef, Coca-Cola. Nothing. There's no food in that at all. And French fried food, real good for me. Not anyway. As a result, it affected casting. In this case, bringing down a cone of power. So I say all that to say this. Hippocrates said it best. Food is your medicine, and medicine should be your food. And if you think what you eat does not affect you, you're wrong. I mean, let's face it. Everyone knows that a Coca-Cola is not healthy. It's not even food. I mean, all right, I'm rambling. That's what I do. I ramble. One of the things when I was in the Navy, we used to use to strip the decks of our ships was Coca-Cola. There is no nutritional value in that. Coke, any kind of soft drink, I'm strongly suggesting you stay away from them, especially if you're going to cast. If you're going to cast, the best thing you can do is eat a healthy, light meal. Okay? Light, not heavy. And what I mean by light, eat oatmeal. Have some cream of wheat. Eat some grits. Eat a boiled egg, a side of whole wheat toast. These are complex carbohydrates. They last. It takes your body a moment to break them down. It doesn't happen all at once. You'll do your best magic on a good meal. I do not suggest anybody eating a big steak before you cast a spell. Not a good idea. It will totally ground you. And all of that animal protein is just not good for your system. Your system needs time to break all that meat down. Now, understand, I do eat red meat at times. I do not eat it every day. I make a point of not. For the most part, I don't eat it at all because I am, by nature, a pescatarian. Ooh, I used a fancy word. What is a pescatarian? Someone who eats fish. Now, the reason I'm not a big beef eater and I'm not a big chicken eater is because I know, well, let me put it like this. Sir Paul McCartney said it best. If slaughterhouses were see-through, nobody would eat meat. All right? But I'm not going to be a hypocrite. If you should decide to eat meat, eat lean meat. Eat good meat. Eat organic. All right? I know that a lot of people are not going to be vegan. I get that. I would strongly suggest it, but I understand. But we can all eat a sensible diet. One that's not too heavy in carbohydrates, no sodas. In fact, I would tell everybody, remove soft drinks from your diet forever and ever and ever and ever. And I say that, stupid phone, and I say that because there is no food value in soft drinks. They have 4 times the sugar that you need in a daily diet. The average human being needs about 12 grams of sugar. And one 12-ounce Coca-Cola has about 50. Okay, somebody said, now you're joking. Okay, 30. That's 2 days worth of sugar in a Coke. And that's one Coke. And you know you're going to eat something else that has simple carbohydrates in it. Don't drink soft drinks. Remember what you're doing here. You are casting spells. You are interacting with the universe. You are dealing with the elements. You are putting energy out, intense energy. Do you really think it is wise to do that kind of work on a chocolate bar, on a soda pop? No, that is going to throw you out of balance. And it can make you very sick. My suggestion is everyone, all of you, take a look at your diets. All right, you're going to walk this magical path. You also have to eat the magical food of the path in order to be a more functional, healthy practitioner. So it's a KISS thing. Keep it simple. Number one, guys, try to take processed meat out of your diets. Bacon, sausage. But now understand, you can't have these foods. Try to find them without nitrates in them. Try not to eat too many of them. All right? sausage, try to go to your local Sprouts or Whole Foods and get a good sausage. Vegetables, eat a lot of them, snack on them. Try to get at least 6 servings a day of them. Guys, you're going to hate me for saying this. I do not count orange juice unless you squeeze it yourself. I buy it fresh squeezed, not the Tropicana, okay? Not the Minute Maid. I do not count those as good juices. And there's a reason. First of all, the companies that create these juices, well, they are big companies. I mean huge, worldwide. And there have been, okay, I can say it like that. I'm having to think it because the YouTube thing, They have linked Tropicana with the kidneys of fetuses. Yeah, I know. She's a conspiracy theorist. But there's documented facts that they have used some aborted fetuses' kidneys in order to make the juice a little bit more flavorful. Okay, I'll leave it at that. You can do your own research. The point being is this: they don't list this on their ingredients. So, my suggestion, if you are going to drink juices, two choices. Either go to a grocery store that you can watch them juice your juice, or juice it yourself. And I would strongly suggest that. Now, on days that I'm going to cast, I usually start off with a juice that I mixed. I read about it. It's a good start. Carrot apple juice with celery in it and some turmeric with a little bit of simulite. All this works. It gives me the energy that I need because I need to focus. And that juice does help me focus. With a half a cup of oatmeal and no sugar in the oatmeal. I usually use molasses, which, by the way, is high in certain things that we need, like potassium. And I would strongly suggest you do that because it would make you more effective as a practitioner. And no jokes about me having a cold and doing a video on diet because that's just an irony. Because I feel fine. This is the last of my. Ugh. So, guys, listen. Get a juicer. It's a strong suggestion. There are several very good juice books. And in fact, the juicer itself usually comes with a very good book. I know. I have had the Hamilton Beach juicer, came with the recipe book. The Jacqueline came with a recipe book. They do. They're good. You can download them. The recipes, I mean. Juice. That's one good way. And then if after you're done casting your spells, you do need to ground. And in moments like that, I like fish. Like I said, I'm a pescatarian. However, eat some chicken, you know. And if you're going to have that hamburger after you cast, it's a good time to eat that hamburger. Get some lean meat, 7%, 4%. Don't eat too much. Don't eat too fast. Don't eat french fries. Eat a baked potato with your hamburger. It's more filling and it still has nutritional value. Now, for those of you who are vegan, and there's some out there, and I think it's a great diet. Vegan on, okay? You don't have to worry about protein. You will get it in your vegetables. You will. It's like you don't need as much as the mainstream media says you do. You really don't. And honestly, especially for practitioners, I would actually cut cow's milk completely out your diet. We're not cows. Try soy. And for men, I would try oat or oatmeal milk. I mean, and when I say oat, I meant oatmeal. Um, almond milk is delicious. These are very good alternatives to cow milk. Plus, your body breaks them down and digests them quite easily. Now, there are some people, professional dietitians, who believes that things like cancer are actually caused by bacterial. And we have bacteria all around us. We ingest bacterial every day. We do. We, what I'm trying to say also, to get that bacteria, how do we get it? We get it through parasites. And we all have parasites. Gross. I would strongly suggest you use parasite, a detox. I was about to say parasite remover. Makes it sound like a bottle of Lysol. Detox your body at least every 3 months. Do a detox. Strong suggestion. Because we all have parasites. Parasites lead to bloating. Parasites can lead to brain fog, constipation, everything else. Now, this is me talking about my particular regime for spell casting. Um, a few days prior, if I know I'm going to cast, I do a light detox. So it's a 3-day detox. I don't want brain fog. So I'm going to make sure that I do something for that. And there are products out there. One of them is by a company named Root. And I'm not trying to endorse anybody. As you can see, I'm not sponsored by anybody. This is what I use. Okay? I intentionally didn't bring the bottle on because I don't want to have somebody call me out. But I would strongly suggest you find a brand of detox that you yourself like. Detox before you cast. You want your head about you. You want to be able to talk to your guides with a clear mind, a clear head. All right? And you'll do your best spell casting. Because what you put in your body counts, it matters. So don't just think you can eat anything and you'll be fine. Now, initially, I did. I did it all the time. As I've gotten older, I read more, I got more knowledgeable. I started realizing the value and the virtue of a good diet. I'm not perfect. I'm not going to sit here and be a sanctimonious witch and say, oh, I would never touch that. But as I gradually got older, I realized I didn't want to touch it. I do not eat fast food at all. And the reason I don't eat I don't eat fast food, so much for my speech today, is because I noticed the difference. Years ago, someone told me, go 2 weeks without eating any fast food. See how you feel. I did it, and I felt better. Then I started doing research on foods like McDonald's and such. And when you have food that does not decompose at all, people who had hamburgers in their pockets for 4 or 5 years and found the jacket after 5 years, took out the burger, and it still looked good. There's something wrong in that. Food needs to decompose. Food does decompose. What that stuff is, I don't know, but it wasn't decomposing, and there's something unnatural about that. People who can light Cheetos and use it as a candle, and the stuff don't melt. There's something wrong with that. Ice cream that doesn't melt. There's something wrong with that. Cheese that doesn't melt. There is something wrong with that. Okay? And remember, you can see that as an example, but think about it. That's going in your body. So if it's not decomposing outside of your body, what is it doing inside of your body? Some of the stuff that they put in the milkshakes that you drink are not even milk. It's not even got milk in it, really. It's got stuff that emulates milk, but it's not milk. So, guys, what kind of magic are you going to be able to do when what you're eating isn't even natural? Here you are trying to talk to Mother Nature, trying to talk to the Mother Goddess, to the Lord, to the Lady, which are pure nature. And we are a nature-based belief system. And what you're eating has nothing to do with nature and has everything to do with process. The closer we get to Mother Earth, the better, especially in this day and age. My grandmothers used to say, if you can't understand what's on the package, and if you have to look it up in a dictionary, chances are you shouldn't put it in your body. She was right. Towards the end of her life, she was basically eating nothing but holistic food and ate very little meat. Now, I didn't understand that. I mean, I still liked Big Macs and Whoppers. But then slowly I realized, oh, this is why. This is why we don't do this. Oh, I don't feel good. When I say I ate a hamburger, note I cooked that hamburger. I used organic beef to make that hamburger. I put vegetables on that hamburger. And I use different types. I use bell pepper. I use what is another? I use portobello mushrooms. I love, and sometimes I use the mushrooms in lieu of meat. I eat the avocados now. I get it. So my suggestion to you is this. Before you put it in your body, read the label. Understand what that label means. Truly research your food. Do not blindly throw it in a cart, go home, and just eat it. We are not garbage cans. We are made of the stuff of deity. And deity don't eat shit. Okay? And I don't want you to look at the box and say, well, it says it's all natural. Like I used to always say, my grandma said it. Shit's natural. You gonna eat that too? Of course not. Of course you're not. Care about what you eat. Care about it. It's one of the, I believe, main reasons why many practitioners do get sick. Because they do not make the correlation between diet and spell casting. And doing magic is a lot of energy. Meditation is energy work. What we put in our bodies dictates how we're going to be able to cast our spells, dictates how well we do when we cast our spells. Just think of it like this. It's like eating holy. It brings you closer to deity. And it does. So, in closing, I know I'm going to get ragged on for my voice. And I just want you to know, somebody says, well, what are you doing about that voice? Well, I'm currently drinking chamomile tea, which helps. And I enjoy chamomile. It makes me feel good. I'm taking bilberry, which also helps. I'm taking, I like mint in my tea. So I'm taking a little bit of that, a little camphor. That makes me feel good. And I'm drinking sage as well in my chamomile. So this is what I'm taking. Okay? And actually, like I said, my voice is the last thing. Ah! So, guys, remember, you really are what you eat. If you eat garbage, you're not going to be able to focus very well on your magic. But if you eat a good diet, sensible good diet, you're going to be a kick-ass practitioner. And you're going to find that as you eat well, you'll want to eat well. You're going to find that you will pass up a burger for a salad. Not because you're trying to lose weight, but because you know you can focus better eating that salad than you can eating that burger. And by the way, on a side note, there was an article about 3 years ago that McDonald's announced that they were going to start using beef in their burgers, which made me question what were they using in their burgers in the first place. Hmm. Things that make you go, hmm. Remember, guys, you are what you eat. So if you have to spend a little more on good food, you are worth it. Remember that. You are worth it. Because as one person said, you're either going to do one or two things. You're either going to pay the grocer or the doctor. I trust one more than the other. Because you may have to spend a little bit more at the grocery store, but think about the things you won't be having to buy, like artificial cake mix or sweets. And by the way, if you are finding yourself craving a lot of sweet things, you might want to check yourself for parasites because they love sugar. So, like I said before, if you just do two things, stop eating fast food and don't drink any sodas, you'll be making a major leap. Until next time, bless you.